Hey everyone, welcome to Badge Logic. This is the first video in our Bodycam Explanation series and the first series on the channel, where I break down real-world police incidents and give insight into what's happening from a law enforcement perspective. Today, we're looking at an officer-involved shooting from Anaheim, California. A suspect armed with a shovel, supposedly a broken shovel, quote-unquote, posed a serious threat, and we're going to go through the calls, the officer's response, and what happened step by step. Let's start first with the initial 911 call.
911 emergency.
Hi, we have someone loitering around.
What's the address of the emergency?
North Columbine
House,
Street.
apartment, or business?
It's a house.
Okay, what's the emergency?
Yeah, I'm going to hand you over to my brother.
Sure.
Okay, hello?
Hi, what's the emergency?
Hello, yes. It seems like someone's just loitering. I think he's like tweaking. I don't think he's doing well.
So is he inside your house, in your backyard?
No, this is the neighborhood. Like basically right outside my neighbor's driveway.
Okay.
They were there and they just were sitting there and they're kind of looking suspicious a little bit. Like they're not my neighbor and I don't think they're home, but I tried to text my neighbor. But yeah, this person, I did walk up to them and ask them if they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be a little bit off. Like they're probably like on something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just don't know if they're just kind of suspiciously.
So is he black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
He seems to be white.
How old approximately?
I would say maybe like 30.
Height and weight?
He's a very skinny fellow, maybe
Okay,
like
what about height?
5'10",
Okay.
about like
What
5'10",
color
about
shirt?
160. Like a green
And what color pants?
pants. I think they were like brown.
Is he alone?
Yes,
Does
I
he
think he
appear
has a backpack.
Does he appear to be a homeless person, a transient?
Yeah, he seems to be one of those.
Okay. Any backpack?
Yeah, looks like he has a backpack on.
Do you know if he has weapons or under the influence of any alcohol or mental problems? I know about the drugs.
I don't
What
know
about
if he
the
has weapons, but he seemed to be carrying a brick at
Okay.
one point.
Okay. So does he still have that brick in his hand?
I don't know. I'm inside my house now.
Okay. Okay, we'll send someone out as soon as possible, okay?
Alright, so here the neighbor is calling in about a man in their driveway holding a brick. They mentioned he's unknown to the area and possibly under the influence. But right off the bat, you can see this is a situation that officers need to check out. It may seem minor, but anyone outside private property with a potential weapon has to be addressed because any scenario could happen within a burglary, home invasion, someone getting injured, especially with someone that's under the influence and they do not have the right decision making. And let's continue on.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Alright, so dispatch handles this call very well. Calm, clear questions, gathering important details like what the person looks like, which is the norm, how they're acting, and exactly where they are. Even if this call seems routine, unpredictably, it is always a factor in law enforcement within anything that could happen. Alright, so now we're going to play the second 911 call from a elementary school.
Center.
Anaheim Police, operator.
Hi, I'm calling from John Marshall Elementary School, and I'm calling because there's a gentleman that has been outside of across our campus, but he's walking with a shovel, and it's been over an hour that he's been here, and it seems like the shovel is broken. At first he didn't have it on hand, but now he does, and when my coworkers went to lunch, they noticed them, and they came back an hour later, and
Is this guy a male, white, in his 30s, 5'10", thin build, green shirt, brown pants, and
Yeah.
backpack?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now he's moved. So now he's on Falmouth or on Columbine?
Falmouth.
Okay, one moment.
Yeah.
And he's on the sidewalk, correct?
He's on the street. He was at the entrance of our parking lot, but now he moved to the street and is just pacing around.
But the last place you saw him was Falmouth?
Yes.
Okay.
One of my other coworkers also mentioned it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, here.
So is he holding the wooden part of the shovel or the other side?
The wooden part, which seems to be broken because they took a picture.
Okay.
So
he
it's the
doesn't have the
wooden
actual
part.
shovel part?
It still shows, that the shovel is there at the bottom part.
Okay, so he's just carrying a shovel then?
Yeah, but it's broken yeah.
Okay.
He has it carrying it towards his back, holding the broken part on hand.
Mm-hmm. 1 moment.
Mhm.
Alright, so about 30 minutes later, things do escalate. Staff at John Marshall Elementary School call in to report the same individual, now carrying a broken shovel, and loitering around the area for roughly about an hour. The suspect has moved onto the street, which raises the risk significantly, especially near a school. So, this can simply become a scenario from public safety to also school safety as well.
We'll go ahead and send officers out, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
So, at this point, officers now know this is no longer just a suspicious person. They're dealing with someone armed and potentially unstable, and in a public area. The situation is now a high priority, and tactics shift from just a simple observation to protecting both the public and the officer as well as the school. Alright, now we're going to play the dash cam footage of the police officer. This is what the suspect looks like here.
Oh shit.
Alright, so the officer arrives and immediately spots the suspect, later identified as 36-year-old Rudy Anthony Martinez II, walking in the street with a shovel.
Sit down.
Alright, so as you can see, right as the patrol car stops, the suspect raises the shovel above his head and charges at the vehicle and the officer. And this is a immediate threat. There's no time for prolonged commands, and the officer is partially inside of the vehicle, door open, and it is a very vulnerable position. These moments happen in seconds, and the officer response need to be immediate to protect themselves and the public as well. As you can see, there's another vehicle here. This guy could come over here and also hit this other vehicle here too. So let's continue and keep playing the dash cam.
Shot. Come here. Hey.
125. Got a 998. The subject right now. I'm at a farmhouse and Holly.
Copy, Falmouth and Holly unit 10-3 for 998.
Alright, so as you can see, back here, the car reverses because he heard the shots from the officer. And so now let's start playing the body cam footage from the actual officer.
Sir.
Got a 998. The subject right now. I'm at a Falmouth and Holly.
The following is the same.
Alright, so you'll see the officer exit the vehicle, and then he would backpedal to great distance and try to maintain control of the situation. The suspect strikes the patrol car off the shovel repeatedly. He hits the door and I'm pretty sure the hood as well. And then he turns directly toward the officer, which at that point the officer fires, stopping the threat. It's fast, chaotic, and obviously high stakes. But from a tactical perspective, the officer acted in line with the training, and these decisions aren't easy, but they're made in a split second under life-threatening circumstances. This officer could obviously risk bodily injury or any sort of harm to the person that could result in death. So now let's play the medical response to the aftermath.
Officers rendered medical aid to Mr. Martinez.
Alright, so not so long after the shooting, officers began life-saving measures. Chest compressions are utilized, chest seals are applied, and paramedics are called to secure the scene. So, this is a critical part of law enforcement training. Even after defending yourself, you still provide aid whenever possible. So, Anaheim Fire and Rescue arrives quickly, assumes care, and the suspect is transported to a local hospital where he sadly later passes away. It is a reminder of how quickly things can escalate and how law enforcement has to balance public safety, officer safety, and the prevention of life simultaneously and any bodily injury to anyone. Alright, so in total, this case shows how fast ordinary calls can turn dangerous. Officers literally have seconds, maybe even milliseconds to assess threats, react, and follow through with proper procedures from the actual book. Dispatchers' communication, tactical positioning, and training all play crucial roles in ensuring the best possible outcome. If you're interested in these types of breakdowns, drop a comment with your thoughts and tell me what stood out to you. Could anything have been handled differently? But thanks for watching this episode of Bodycam Explanations on Badge Logic. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next breakdown. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.